Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Carolyn Perry. This is Blue Feather Healing. I'm an intuitive reader, a healer. I do past life regression work, trauma work, using hypnotherapy. And any of those things are available if you want a personal reading or you want to do some work with me. Just check out the link below and let me know. I'd be glad to work with you. I haven't been here for a while. It's just been crazy busy in my world. I was in Europe for a few months back, visiting with my daughter, and just lots of stuff going on this year that's kind of sidetracked me. But this is my new commitment to being here. I want to try to do this, be more consistent with being on and doing readings. I'd like to do 3 times a week. I think Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday is the schedule that I want to put into place for myself. So I'm working on that, trying to, be more consistent, and I really love doing this work and I love offering it. So let's see what we can do together. So I'm doing a weekly reading today for the week of August 25th to the 31st, the next upcoming week. I did already pull the cards and I have them down on the table. Actually started reading before, and you know me, well, you don't know me, but if you do know me, technology is not my friend all the time. I'm really working with it and getting to know it. So didn't have record on. So recording now. And so I'm going to try, I've got this tripod that I don't love and I'm getting a new one, but anyway, we'll try this one to turn it down and so you can see the cards and I can kind of go through them and show you what we've got. And I only pulled 5 cards for the week. Maybe we'll clarify if we need to. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, look at that. Got it down there. Yay. Look at me. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Two of Wands. And with this card, I don't always read things in the traditional sense, like the cards don't always, I don't always go completely by the traditional sense, although I think that you'll see that most of these I am. But I read it kind of how it's flowing. So for the Two of Wands, for this next upcoming week, I just feel like there's some there's some things that you've been trying to decide about, this movement that you're trying to make a decision on. And this is a passionate new opportunity. So it's like trying to make a decision between a few different things. But I feel like you're stepping into what it is that you're really wanting to be doing, what energy you want to put in what direction. Similar to me, to making the choice to try to do this more. This is my passionate new option that I'm taking. And with the Eight of Wands talks about being swept off your feet. This is how I read it. You get kind of that swept off your feet energy, that kind of quickly moves you forward. And often I read this like within a 2 months time, you're not really in the same place as you were, but you're in a place that you really want to be. It's moving you in a very passionate way towards what it is that you're wanting. And then with the King of Wands, it could be that this is about a passionate new relationship with somebody who offers that. The King of Wands is somebody who can support you and be passionate with you. There's a passionate connection with this man. He's very passionate about whatever he's into, and he supports you in what you're doing. But if this is not about a relationship, the other part of this, and I do think that this plays in, even if it is about a relationship, I think this has to do with like your life in general and what you want to be putting your focus on. So each of us has a male and female aspect to us. So the inner female is the inner voice, the part of us that tells us our intuitive knowing of where we want to go. And the male aspect is the one that makes those things happen. So if we were reading this as you came up with a conclusion about a direction that you want to move in, it's moving very quickly and you're taking the steps that you need to do to get yourself there. And then you have we have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish coming true card. It's like what you've been calling in, what you've been wanting is starting to move toward you. You're starting to see some unfoldment towards that. And it's because of working really hard. The Eight of Pentacles is this, working really hard towards what you're wanting, really putting your focus on it. And so this could have to do with a new work opportunity, a new opportunity to be doing more with that. But basically it's what you've been working on. So if it is a relationship, what have you been healing? What have you been doing as far as the work towards that? Let's just get a couple more cards. Let me clarify in general, we'll do a general clarification for this whole reading with my dragon deck. So, oh, the first cards that I was using are the gold foil tarot cards. Oh. Me trying to do this on the thing. Let me see if I can get it so it goes right. The gold foil tarot cards. It's not gonna go. And the other ones, so it's basically, these are like the Rider-Waite deck, but they have this beautiful foil overlap over like gold metallic foil over them, which is really cool. And just happened to pull the top card, which is the moon. So some really deep healing stuff. Well, the stuff that you've been working on and healing from the past is continuing to happen, but it's what's helping this to unfold. Let's do another one. And then coming out of that with this sense of victory, this sense of you're starting to move towards feeling like, okay, things are starting to move in the direction that you're needing and wanting. So that those are, those very positive cards. Let's just pull a couple from this. This is the Tarot of Dragons deck by Sean Mackenzie. Let's see what we get with them. Okay, so again, this is the Four of Pentacles. It just kind of some things, this is, to me, I read this as like abundance around you, being supported, being held, having what you need in the physical to get what you want. The Sire of Pentacles, again, another male aspect here. So, if you're a divine feminine, male or female divine feminine that's looking for relationship, this may be that, again, that there's a more male energy here. But this is also working things out in the physical, stepping into your power in the physical, making things happen in the physical. And then you have the Shaman, which is the Magician in a lot of the decks. It's really about being able to bring into the world, create in the world what it is that you set your intentions for. So that's a very positive reading for this week. So it seems like a powerful week. Opportunities to really set your intentions for where do you want to be going? What do you want to be doing? So I feel like I want to tip this back up for a minute just because I feel like I want to see you. Hi. I'm going to pull one oracle card just to finish, just to get the final reading. And let me turn this a little more towards my blue feather, which is my logo, because I do blue feather healing. And blue feathers to me represent, it just came as one of the first things that I was able to manifest for myself. So when you are working on manifesting, you kind of focus on what do you want to draw in, what do you want to create. And I was just playing to see, oh, does this work? Does this law of attraction stuff work? Does it really happen? So I focused on the blue feather, and it's just so cool how it showed up. So, and it's been my symbol for creating what you want in your life, and that symbol for a reminder of that we do have that divine ability to be able to create what we want. And so the card that I pulled from the Healing Spirits Oracle, and I'm sorry that it's backwards, I don't really know. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I think we all are, but I definitely am. And so I am figuring this out as I go along. So bear with me. I will get better. I promise you. All right. So the card that I pulled out is True Love Can Never Really Be Lost. And let me read you the message from that. So maybe this, there was, if it's a divine feminine reading that with this, which I wasn't planning on, this was more of a global reading for, as far as a collective reading for whomever, but if it is a love reading for you, if it does feel like that's what you're calling in or what you're trying to make a decision on, it does seem like there's some movement along that line. But I want to read this message, and then I'll give you a sense of what I feel from it. To love another is a wonderful thing. To be loved in return is the highest state a human being can achieve. The ascended masters in the higher realms of the spirit world have known love beyond the human condition. and remind us that love in the human form may be perceived as incredible bliss when you experience it, and or deep sorrow when you feel its absence. But when it has truly touched your life, it is forever, and neither time nor death can destroy it. Authentic love lives forever in your heart, not your head. And that is why it hurts when you fix your thoughts on love, lost and or otherwise. It is best to feel it in your heart where you can truly be understood and experienced, where it can truly be understood and experienced. Remember, the head was made to think, the heart was made to feel. So I love this message. I really love this message. I've been working a lot with this message for myself, that, love never really goes away. So when we are grieving the loss of a loved one, when we're grieving the end of a relationship that we wish would have continued, twin flame that's just disappeared and gone for a while for whatever reason, or when we're just feeling a sense of loss of anything in our lives, like you had this perfect job and then you lost the job, or you had this perfect house and now you seem to have lost it. It never really goes away. So what I believe to be true, and what I think this card is talking about, is that you are moving to a level of really knowing that one thing might have gone away, but the next thing is coming to bring that, but to replace that. And that whatever seems to have gone away is always there in the spiritual, ethereally. It's always there for you. So the feeling of this, how this fits with this reading, is that you're calling to you, that you're calling that abundant knowing to you, recognizing that you have what you need, recognizing that abundance is yours, recognizing that you can make a passionate decision to move in a direction and it will unfold and you are being supported. These are crazy times, and it feels like there's a lot of fear. And what I would encourage for you is to really drop into what you know that you've been supported by, and that the support is there for you, and to lean into that. Like with this card, about the love always being there. Lean into the places where love shows up for you. Lean into the places where abundance is there for you. Believe in that. Focus on that. Breathe that in. And I'll just leave you with an example for me. Things have been really tight. I've I had to take some time away from my work, and needed to focus on some family support, and got behind, and it's been tight. And I had an opportunity to do some readings yesterday, and it fell through. And so that could have been like, what am I doing? What's happening? Blah, 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 blah. But my daughter and her father have been visiting, and they were going to the beach for the day. So I went to the beach for the day, and I enjoyed every moment, and I took in the sun, and I breathed in the air, and I enjoyed the water, and I took in the abundance that's here for me now. And I truly believe if we do that, that's what we're calling in a greater way. So I believe that abundance is here for me now. It's coming. I'm supported and I'm held, and it's always there, even when I don't quite see it yet. So I offer you that as guidance for this week, for remembering. And notice where it is. Where are you being called? Where's your passion? What are you being pulled towards? And it might not even be a job or something practical. Maybe it's just go lie on the beach and be in the water for a little while. Whatever that is, I wish you well. I hope that you do enjoy your week, and I'd love any feedback that you want to give me, anything you'd like to see. And I will see you hopefully in a few days again. Take care.